I have two young daughters, and like most children, they love to color. They could do it for hours if we let them. The oldest of my daughters is getting to that age now where she can color within the lines of the pictures that we give her. It's a really cool thing to see, and she's going from scribbling all over the page to understanding that when she colors within those lines, a picture starts to emerge and something beautiful begins to take shape. She went from having the freedom to color in whatever way she wanted and to scribble all over the place to being able to cooperate with what the original artist had actually intended for that page. And in doing that, she's now also able to participate in creating art. She can participate in bringing something beautiful into the world. I think that when you're first learning to stay within the lines, though, it doesn't actually feel like that. It feels constricting. It seems limiting and like you've lost your freedom. You could scribble all over the page and color wherever you wanted, but now you've got to stay within the limits and not leave them. It's a burden. Once you've learned to color within the lines, though, you start to notice something. You start to notice that a new type of freedom is emerging. You're free now to create art. Where before you were free to do whatever you wanted, it was hard to see that you were actually limiting your potential. An artist can do more than scribble. An artist is free to create beautiful art. And as it turns out, a little bit of discipline can actually go a long way toward the creation of something beautiful. In the gospel today, Jesus tells us that his yoke is sweet and his burden is light. If we go where he leads, we'll find rest for our souls. As a convert, though, this took me some time to understand. I felt like I was going from a life of no rules to a new life of what seemed like rule after rule. I was almost expected to slowly change one part of my life after another. It was exhausting and at times it was painful. I felt like so much was being asked of me. It seemed like I was losing my freedom, and the burden felt heavy. The deeper I got into that process, though, I've learned that I wasn't losing my freedom, but that in cooperating with God and by learning to color within the lines that He's set out for me, I was gaining it. True freedom is found in working with God to bring beauty into the world in ways that you couldn't have done by just scribbling on the page. And when you start to see this beauty, you realize that His yoke is sweet, that His burden is light. And when we're cooperating with the artist, we will find true freedom and rest for our souls. And this is what's so powerful about the concept of holy moments. The yoke of Jesus isn't, hey, do what you want whenever you want because it feels good. That's not the path that He's created for us. Jesus calls us to something way more than that, way more than feeling good. He calls us to holiness, because only holiness is capable of transforming our broken and messy lives and this broken and messy world into something beautiful. Want to help spread the beauty of holy moments in this messy and broken world? Click here to become a dynamic Catholic ambassador.